Welcome. This video is an attempt to help you get started with program number 3. What I want to do is go through the entire process of solving the problem and then converting our solution into an algorithm and then converting the algorithm into a program. So we're going to take our time. So for program 3, if you go to the website, you'll see that program 3 has basically 3 parts. The first part deals with, I'm not here, I think. First part here, oh crap. First part really is about understanding. The first thing I want you to do is to understand the problem well enough to make up some examples and to solve the problem just from the standpoint of a math problem. No program yet. The second part, step 2, is where you step back from the way that you solved it as a math problem to look more carefully at how a program will use your solution um, to automate what you did manually. So let's start with the first part. So let's understand the problem. A very common problem. Mom and Pop have a pizza parlor. They only serve one kind of pizza, and they only have 4 things on their menu. The prices that they use may change from day to day. So at the beginning of the day, Mom and Pop establish what the pizza is and how much they're going to charge for everything. All right? Now you're going to write 2 programs actually. The first one is one where at the beginning of the day, they have to announce what the prices are. So why don't we just do this by hand? Let's suppose the pizza of the day costs $10. A 2-liter drink costs $2. Breadsticks will cost $2.50. And the big cookie will cost $1.50. So those are the prices for the day. So at this point, we're open for business. Now notice that they'll do a sign to say here are our prices and here's today's menu. All right. Now, when a customer comes up, they will say how many of each thing they want. So they will say, I want, suppose the customer says, I want one of these and I want one of these. I don't want any breadsticks and I want one of these. All right? So when the customer says this, what does the cashier have to do? Cashier has to say, aha, they got to pay for this, got to pay for this, they don't have to pay for this, and they got to pay for this. That's what they end up saying. Okay? They don't pay anything for the breadsticks, and they add all this stuff up, and so they owe 10, 12, 13, 50. That's what they owe. That's what the cashier says. So the amount of the order is this here. Okay? All right. And then of course you got to do taxes and you come up with a tax amount. I'm not going to show you how to do this, but you have a tax amount. And let's say the tax is $1.03, okay? So let's suppose that the tax is $1.03. This is not the tax. Then finally you're going to say you got to pay me $14.53. All right. So at that point, what does the customer do? The customer gives you some cash, like $20. This is the amount that they are tendering. And you guys say, what's their change? Whatever it is, you're going to say the change is $5.47, something like that. Okay? All right? Now, at that point, the transaction between the customer and the cashier is almost done, except that the customer is going to be given a receipt. And the receipt will have all this stuff entered. All right? And that's about it. Now, what we have just developed is really a test case. It says that if I have this data for the prices, and I have this order, then here are the calculations that have to be done. And at the end of the day, you get this much back. Now, the test case actually includes also the outputs as they might appear if the program was to run. So let's quickly take a look at what would happen when the program runs. Let's do that real fast. For that, you notice over here that you are given some demos. There's a demo program. Where is that thing? Where is it? Where is it given? In Codio, there's going to be a demo called Run Mom and Pop's Pizza. And if you look over here, we have this demo. All right? So if we want to run the demo, we say /run, boom. And I'm not sure if you're seeing this. Hope you can see it. So as we run this, it says enter the cost of today's stuff. We say it's $10, $2, running out of space. Let's see what the problem is here. Out of space, out of space, out of space, out of space. Okay. $2 breadsticks are $2.50, and a big cookie is $1.50. So here are our prices. So that when the program runs, it displays today's menu, as you can see right here. This is today's menu. So that has to come out. So as part of your test case, you really have to say, here's what today's menu will look like. So just copy and paste the today's menu. Now, a customer comes up and they're asked to enter the number of pizzas, number of drinks, etc. So let's just put that in. There's 2 pizzas, 1 drink, 1 breadstick, and 4 cookies. All right? And when this occurs, then the program calculates how much is due. How is that calculated? The same way we did it, by pencil and paper. And this includes taxes. By the way, the demo does not do the calculation, so this is not the right answer. This is here to show you what the answer looks like. So let's suppose I pay with $40. The moment I pay, what do I get? I get a customer receipt. So at each test case that you do must include the customer receipt, what it will look like with all the calculations and inputs included. All right? And finally, the order itself is there's a one-line record of what the order was. So there was a customer order 2 pizzas, 1 drinks, 1 breadstick, and 4 cookies, and the amount of the order is a certain amount. Okay? Again, the demo does not do calculations, so you have to plug yours in. So are we good with that? So when you make up the test cases, you really have to do things by hand. You must write in everything in the same way that it must appear. So you will copy a bunch of these things, paste it into your test case file, substitute this for the stuff you actually enter. You must copy and paste your receipt and substitute your own calculations for that. With that, we're going to quit, and that shows you how to do the first 2 parts.